Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this really simple blue eyeliner look with a pop of peach. Blue and peach I think really complement each other, and I think it's perfect for the spring and summer. So this is one of my go-to looks and I wanted to share it with you guys. So first we're starting out by priming the lid, and I'm using a concealer to do so. And then I'm going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Warm Taupe, and I'm just applying this to my crease as my transition shade. I wanted to add a little bit more warmth to the look as well as tie in with the peach theme. So I'm taking some Peach Smoothie by Geek and just lightly applying this over top of that warm taupe color and lightly blending it out. For the lid, I'm using this peach cream base from Illamasqua. It is a cream pigment, and you can use this for a variety of things. I'm first starting out by using this on my lid and just gently patting this to cover the entire lid, keeping it below the crease. You don't want to mess up your transition shades. You want to just keep this mainly on the lid. The next step is completely optional, but I did want to add a little bit of sheen to that peach color because it is quite matte. So I'm just using this Conconut watercolor eyeshadow from Josie Maran, just a tiny bit, and lightly tapping this on the lid. As I said, this is completely optional, but you can tell it gives a little bit of a sheen, and that's what I was going for. So next I'm taking MAC Deep Truth, which is one of my favorite blue eyeshadows ever, and I'm taking an angled brush and just applying this as eyeliner. This wasn't as pigmented as I wanted, or dark, so I applied some black eyeliner on top, and then I was going to reapply that blue. So you definitely can skip that first step. It kind of acted as a stencil, a guideline for me, so it was okay, but you can definitely bypass that step and just go straight to the black eyeliner and then pop that Deep Truth color on top of that black liner once it dries, and you can really see the effect it gives, and that's what I was going for. For mascara, it doesn't really matter what I'm going to apply because I will be applying false lashes, but I definitely want to show you what the Benefit Roller Lash looks like on the lashes because I think it's really nice on its own without applying falsies. But for false lashes today, we will be using these ones from Koko Lashes, and they are in the style Koko, and they're one of my favorite styles from the Koko lash line. I have a full video on how I apply my false lashes, so I'm just skipping through that step to save some time. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it and want to check that out. But now we're going on to brows, which I'm going to skim through pretty fast as well because I also have a tutorial on those. But I'm just lightly filling them in with some powder, giving them shape. And then I'm going to be going through them with some Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to set them in place. Next, I'm just taking some concealer on a flat brush, and I'm using this to sculpt out the underbrow area and to add a little bit of highlight. So this is dual purpose. It's going to clean up that area plus add a little bit of a highlight. Next, I like to move on to my face before I finish up underneath my eyes because I do like having my concealer already done. So now I'm just spraying my face with some Badescu facial spray, and that's just going to add a little bit of hydration to my skin. And then I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear plus MAC Face and Body. And I'm using MAC Face and Body in white just to lighten my double wear because I did want a full coverage foundation. But I wanted to lighten this foundation because it definitely did not match my natural skin tone. I do have it in my self-tan shade, which is in Tawny, and that definitely does not match me right now. So I needed to lighten it up. I just used some of that same Studio Finish concealer to spot conceal. Now I'm going in with MAC Studio Fix powder and just setting my foundation in place. For concealer, I'm trying out my Urban Decay Naked Concealer for the first time. I was using a lot of new products for this video just because I wanted to test them out on camera for you guys. This was my first time using this concealer and I really liked it. It's perfect for when I'm at my most fair, so the shade Light Warm works perfectly for then, but I definitely will need to pick up another shade for when I am self-tan because this just does not match me when I'm self-tan. So now I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to set underneath my eyes, and I'm also using that new Hourglass Bronzer that I picked up in Radiant Bronze Light. and just using that all over my face in the places where the sun would naturally hit, and it gives just a beautiful natural bronze glow to the skin, and I really love that product. So now I'm going back in my Shade and Light palette and using the contour shade and my Ita brush by NARS and just lightly contouring the places which I want to be more streamlined and defined, like the back part of my cheekbone and also my nose. I just bring that brush down the side of my nose and it makes a perfect line to really slim it out and make it look more straight. Earlier I said that this Illamasqua cream pigment works for multiple purposes, so we used it on our lid to begin with, and now I'm using it as a cheek color. It's just a really nice warm peach color for the cheeks, and I absolutely love it as a cheek color. So now I'm just using Luminous Light from Hourglass as my highlight, putting it on my cheekbones, underneath my brow bone, and down the center of my nose. Now that the face is all done, you guys know I like to go back and finish my under eye area if I am doing anything to it. So I'm taking this really pretty sky blue color and using this as a base for that same blue shadow we used on our upper eyelid. And this is MAC Deep Truth. Like I said, it's one of my favorite blues. So we're applying that on top of that sky blue pencil. And then we're using a black waterproof eye pencil in the waterline just to darken up this look a little bit more. For mascara, you can use anything you want, but this is my favorite for my lower lashes. It's the MAC Gigablack Mascara, and you guys seen me use this 100 million times. And then I'm using my favorite lip pencil from MAC ever, which is MAC Stripdown. I've used this pencil for years and years, and there's Alex. He was here the whole time, but he just decided to make an appearance now. And now I'm using one of my favorite, probably top 5 or top 3 lipsticks from MAC, which is MAC Shy Girl. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! And if you want me, girl, you got me. There's nothing I wouldn't do just to get up next to you. And I also picked up this rose bombshell for myself. It smells so good, and it has rose petals, I believe, in it. So when you put it in the bath, then rose petals will come out into your bath. It just sounded really relaxing and nice, and